Hello. Today we're going to go through two-column proofs, and we're going to go step by step and see if this makes sense. So now we're going to write this is this down. So first we write down the statement over here, and the reasons we write over here. And then the first thing we always start with is the given piece of information. Then we take what we can figure out from this and write the reason why we know that. So we can add 13 to both sides, so we'll say 2x equals 8, and that's the addition property of equality. And if we divide by 2 on both sides, we can get x equals 4 to give us the division property of equality. So here is a list of all the properties. We have the addition property, which just means of equality, meaning we can add a number to both sides. And likewise, we can subtract or multiply or divide. This should be a c is not equal to 0. And then distributive property, you can multiply over the parentheses. And the probably lesser known or easily forgotten ones are reflexive, symmetric, that switches around, and transitive. If A equals B, B equals C, then A equals C, which is just a subset of what substitution is. If A equals B, then A can be replaced by B. So once we know these properties, we can look at instances of other properties. If we have x equals y, if that piece of information is given, and we have y equals x, that's just the symmetric property of equality. If there's ever a situation we have x equals x, that's just the reflexive property of equality. It doesn't make sense with algebra as much, but it makes more sense when we're doing geometric proofs. If we have this and we multiply over the parentheses, then we get to a distributive property. So then, I'm going all over the place here. You guys probably already know this. I don't know why I'm. Here we go. Distributive property. Ooh, there it is. All right. Now, let's go through this statement. If we take a look at this, there's many steps you can do. You could distribute it first, but what I would do is I subtract. So if I subtract, I'd have 4x plus 5 divided by 3 is now equal to 6. And that's the subtraction property of equality. Now, to get rid of 3, I'd multiply it by 3 on both sides. And that's the multiplication property of equality. And now if I would get rid of the 4, I'd divide on both sides. It's the division property of equality. And now if I subtract x equals negative 0.5, that's the subtraction property of equality. And there we go. Now, I think that should probably be enough for you to get through your assignment. Good luck.